What do you think? Good. Good morning, everybody. Before we get today started, let's fix the camera settings, shall we? Okay, that should be better. So, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday, October 12th, 2018, and I'm headed into work for the day. And I didn't do much vlogging in the evening yesterday after we did the kart racing. Should have gone and grabbed my camera, but that was quite the experience. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it. I am sore. My hands are sore from gripping the steering wheel so hard, and my neck is sore. Somebody's smashing into the back of me like really fast, and they actually adjusted my back and fixed my back problem that I've been having all week. So my back was kind of out of line or out of whack, and yeah, that hit like reset me. So it was awesome, except for the whiplash part. That wasn't so good. So it was good. It was pretty good. I didn't do overall too bad. I mentioned that I was pretty quick in terms of lap times and stuff, and I was impressed by how close the lap times were between all the karts and stuff. I mean, they were within like a thousandth of a second or whatever, or a hundredth lap time. So that's pretty goddamn good. After racing, we ended up going back to the clubhouse for a drink, and then kind of just hung out. So there was a few younger guys that were there. I believe they were there all together. One was an actual guest, and then two were his guests, so like twice removed guests. And it worked out really well. So I basically just started hanging out with them and stuff. The one guy was like a golf pro. He works at the golf course where the guy putting on the event goes. So that's how he knew him. And then the other guy was a cop, and the other guy was like a medic in training or whatever, in college or whatever. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so everyone was drinking. It was amazing. I had like 3 drinks. Everyone else had more than me, so I couldn't imagine what that bar tab would have been. And it was really cool, man. They had lunch before racing, where we were just able to order from like the bar or whatever, and then they had catered in food brought in after racing for like dinner time. And it was pretty goddamn good food too. They had pizza and chicken and all kinds of shit. And then because we were there so late, like we got to see them like kind of closing up shop. So all of the supercars from the supercar rental program or whatever were rolling in. So they had, I took a bunch of photos of them all, but they had a couple Lamborghinis, a couple Porsches, a couple Ferraris, and just fucking amazing stuff. Each car had like 20,000 miles on them, and they like live at the tracks. So those things are ridden hard, man. Pretty crazy. So that was pretty cool. But so we were talking to each one of the guys working there that was driving each one of those cars into the garage, and then all of the fleet cars came back in. So the fleet cars are like cars that are like loaned out to the facility by the car manufacturers, and in hopes that like people will drive them and stuff and want to go to the dealer and buy one. So they have they had a couple Mini Coopers, like the high-end Mini Coopers. They had a McLaren. They had a Lotus Evora. They had a couple CTSVs, Cadillacs. What else? A couple Mercedes as well. So they took them all out and did some touring laps, and then came back. And we were talking to the guy. He was the manager of the fleet portion of the place. And that guy was pretty cool. He was telling us all about the cars. We got some photos with the McLaren, and pretty amazing stuff. He said that the McLaren that they had there as a fleet car was the base model, and it was $235,000. And the Lotus Evora, they like brought it back in for the night, and just parked it overnight, and they plugged it in. And one guy was like, why is this car need to be plugged in? And he's like, oh, it's a hybrid. And he's like, oh, really? And he's like, no, I'm kidding. He's like, it has an advanced elaborate data collection system, the Lotus, and if we don't plug it in, the battery will die because it's just like sending all this fucking data from a day's worth of driving. I was like, wow. So he said if you like don't plug it in, it has like a day's worth of battery. If you plug it in, or if you do like a special key fob code, you can like completely shut it down, and then the battery will last like 3 days. So I never had heard about that before. Never, you know, I know like the Tesla and stuff has like a data system built into the car and all that, and that car will, you know, upload data or download updates for the car and all that shit overnight and stuff. But I just thought that was interesting. So I'm tired as fuck. I got to bed at like 11:30 or something, and Sophie was up once in the night. I just did not sleep well. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna get some food. Nikki's gonna be calling me in a few minutes here. So I get Grant tonight. It's Friday. It's my weekend with Grant, but I have to work tomorrow. So the deal with tomorrow is they're doing some super special maintenance that requires them to shut down the power to the entire fucking campus. While they do that, we're going to be running on generator backup power. So the generators, last time this happened, they died. So, alright, happy Friday, guys. I'm sitting in the Portillo's drive-thru, about to order some food. And Portillo's is a Chicagoland staple, for those of you that don't know. They got good beef, good Polish sausage, they got all kinds of shit. I am exhausted, but today was a good day. Today was a busy day at work today. I just had a lot of stuff going on. I was on my feet a lot today. Working on cleaning out my storage room so I can like use it. Getting rid of like shit that I've not touched in 1, 2, or 3 years. Organizing cables and stuff that I need to keep that I will use eventually, and all that sort of stuff. So I also started on my first mural. So my friend Jess and we've been writing letters to each other and stuff, and I just told her like I wanted to just do something fun, like we can write each other like song lyrics and send each other memes. I don't know, but it's like good old-fashioned snail mail. So it's just kind of something fun, something different to do. So that's what we're doing. And I've had this idea of like if I send her like a picture every time I send her a letter, like along with the letter, and kind of like make it like a bigger part of like a puzzle almost. So like I got 16 sheets of paper, 4x4, 8.5 by 11 sheets, and I'm going to draw like this big mural across all 16. Excuse me. And then have it that each piece kind of flows into the next one. And then yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fucking work. A lot of work, but it's just something fun to do. I've been working on this type of stuff on my lunch breaks at work and stuff, and it just kind of keeps me creative, keeps the creative juices flowing. I think it'll be really fun to do this type of stuff over winter. It'll make it make winter more bearable, especially these dark, cold months that we're about to receive here. So I gotta be back at work in less than 12 hours. I gotta be back at work at 4:30 a.m. Tomorrow is the power maintenance or whatever, so they're starting that at 5, and I'm probably gonna have to be there until 8 p.m. So